So something a little interesting happened. I was driving along, going to the optical to pick up some contact lenses. And as I'm driving, all of a sudden, about 2 cars in front of me, I see all this debris flying in the air. I don't quite know what's going on, but the car in front of me pulls off to the side. Now, where this happened, it's a house that has a lot of kids, and they're usually outside riding their bikes, playing in the yard, something like that. So as I'm pulling around the guy that pulled off to the shoulder, I'm looking to make sure there's no kids hit or anything like that. And it's just a mailbox that's down, that's hit, broken, everything like that. But I don't see the car that hit it. That car has already driven off and gone around the curve. So I speed up a little bit to try to catch up with this car, not really knowing what I'm going to do. I get up to the light, and there's a car turning left, 2 cars going straight, and 1 car going right. I'm going straight as it is, so that's the way I'm headed. I don't know which car it is. I'm thinking, what else can I do? I can't see any damage from the rear end of it. I don't know what's going on. The light turns green, and the car in front of me doesn't move. They just sit there. And they're sitting there. And they're sitting there. Alright, so obviously this is the person that probably hit the mailbox because either they're drunk or something else is going on. I don't quite know. And then they finally decide to go. Now we're in the left lane. They pull off into the right lane and go through the intersection. As I get through the intersection, I'm going around them, taking a look in their window to see what's going on, if they're okay. I pull in front of them, and as I do, I can see them kind of swerving a little bit and then hit the curb. And then swerving and hitting the curb. And then while I'm looking in my mirrors, I can see there's damage on their passenger side front end. And I'm thinking, where they're hitting the curb, there's also like a 40-foot drop into the creek. You know, what's going to happen? And what can I do? I don't have my cell phone on me. I can't call 911 and give them a description and say what's going on. And all I can think of is that this car is going to swerve the opposite direction into oncoming traffic. And there's going to be a head-on collision, somebody's going to die. Who knows what's going to happen? I got to do something. The only thing I can think of is stay in front of that person and somehow pull them over. But unfortunately, there's a person behind me. So there's me, a person behind me, and then the car that's swerving. So I pull off to the side of the road, let the person behind me go in front of me, then pull back in front of the person that's swerving as quickly as I could. And as soon as I did that, I tapped on my brakes like crazy, rolled down my window, put my finger out the window, kind of pointed over like, pull over, pull over. Slowed them down. I pull over to the side of the road, they pull over to the side of the road, threw my car into neutral, put my emergency brake on, put my hazards on and everything like that, got out of the car, started walking towards them, and went like this, you know, just make sure you stop. I get up to the window, and it's a little old lady. Her window's down. I start talking to her, ask her if she's okay because you just hit a mailbox. She looked at me kind of confused. I reach in, throw her car in the park, take her keys, throw it in my pocket. And as cars are going around her, I'm saying, hey, stop, do you have a phone? Do you have a phone? I don't have my phone. Do you have a phone? People are just giving me dirty looks and passing on by. It took about 3 or 4 cars before somebody actually stopped, and their window was open. I was able to tell them what was going on, ask them if they had a phone, if they could call 911. That gentleman pulled off to the side of the road, called 911 for me. I told him what was going on. He went and did that. I went to talk to the lady. The gentleman came up to me, said, the cops are on their way. Do you need me for anything else, or can I go? Are you going to stay with her? I said, yep, I'll stay with her, no problem. Thank you. Keep going. I'm talking to the lady, asking her if she knows what's going on. Does she know that she hit a mailbox? Does she know that she hit the curb repeatedly? Are you okay? You didn't hit your head or anything like that? She doesn't have her seatbelt on either. So what is going on here? She could be injured from hitting all that. I don't know. She hit the mailbox at like 45 miles an hour. Totally took that out. Kept on going. No stopping at all. She didn't end up in the field. I mean, I don't know what's going on with this lady. I don't know if she's injured. Kept asking her, are you okay? Are you okay? Is there anybody at home that we can call? Is there anybody, husband, kids, grandkids, a neighbor, anything? She just kept telling me no. She kept saying she's confused. It seems like it took forever for the police to get there. I don't know how long it took. But when they finally arrived, I told the officer what was going on. Told him, all that happened and everything like that. Gave him the keys, and he started to talk to her. So I kind of waited on the side, just in case he needed my information or any other information like that while he's talking to her. And she's doing the same thing for him. She's not really responsive. Just kept saying she's confused, doesn't know what's going on. He had her hold out her hands and stuff like that and some other things. Another officer arrives on scene. I talked to him, give him my information, everything that happened and all that stuff. And they're talking to each other, and then, I can hear them that they're calling for, the medics and stuff like that. They finally let me go. I get into my car, thank the officers and all that for coming out, all that, blah, 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 type of deal. Thank them for coming out. They're doing their job now. I don't have to worry. I can continue on in my day. This lady at least is taken care of. There's no major accidents to speak of. Nobody got seriously hurt. I get in my car to go to the optical. As I'm driving down the street, I notice that there's a police officer behind me. Now, it looks like the same police SUV that pulled me over, but I can't quite tell. So I make a left, the officer makes a left. I pull into the right lane, the officer pulls into the right lane. I pull into the right lane, and the officer pulls into the right lane. I'm thinking, all right, this is kind of weird. There's no lights on or anything. I pull into the optical place, the officer pulls into the optical place. I park, he parks. I get out, he gets out. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe they need some more information or something like that. So I walk over to him and I said, are you here for me? And he kind of chuckles and says, why? Did I make you nervous? I said, no. I was just down the street with the lady that hit the mailbox. He's like, oh, the hit and run. He's like, no, I'm just here to pick up some glasses. It happened to be a coincidence. It was some other officer. Just happened to go the same way at the same time, going to the same place I am after this whole incident. And it was kind of funny. But that officer mentioned that the lady that was a hit and run was a diabetic. I'm not diabetic myself. I don't know about low insulin levels or low blood sugar and all that stuff and what it can do to the body. If anybody does, please leave a comment below so we can shed some light upon this. But it was kind of interesting to know that that's a little bit more piece of the puzzle of what was going on and what was going on with this lady. And I go to the optical, get my contacts and everything like that, head back home the same way I went, and there's an ambulance leaving. So I'm like, okay, they're going to get the car towed, the original officer's still there, the ambulance is going, the lady's taken care of, day's done, Kind of interesting day. I don't know what most people would have done in that situation. Would you have seen somebody hit a mailbox and just let it go and went about your business? Would you have followed them if they were drunk or something else? Would you have followed them and called 911? You were in a situation like me where you didn't have your phone. What would you have done? How would you have pulled them over? Did I do the right thing by pulling them over? You know what I mean? Did I do the right thing by throwing it in park and taking her keys and stuff like that? I don't know. I hope that I did. I hope that I helped her out, helped her avoid a serious car crash and injuring somebody else and herself. I can only think that's what was going through my mind, and that's what I wanted to do. I don't know. You tell me. What would you have done in that situation? Would you have done something differently? Would you have followed this person and waited till they got somewhere and then somehow got on the phone and called the police? You do that, you could potentially be following them and then they crash into somebody and kill somebody. Would you feel responsible if somebody else died because you didn't do something else? It's kind of what would you do in that situation? You guys let me know. You tell me in the comments. I thank you guys for watching. Definitely check out some of my other videos. Share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys again.